Right, we've got the PiStorm all installed now and working, booting up into Workbench fine. I'm getting the CPU boost and it can see the extra memory. So yeah, we can run Doom. Right, Doom works absolutely fine. Well, as far as I've tested it so far anyway. There is a bit of an issue though now. Now we've got this super fast processor. Now obviously these demos, a lot of them must be dependent on the timing for the CPU to a degree. That all looks fine. Well, kind of fine so far, but it is running quite fast. Now one thing I'm noticing with this demo is some sections don't seem to run too fast like this, but then the ones in between do seem to run ultra fast, although the audio does seem to somehow stay in sync. I think the PiStorm does seem to cause a bit of a problem with state of the art. Now this used to run absolutely fine on my stock Amiga 1200 with the standard accelerator, but I think the speed of the PiStorm is causing problems for certain aspects of these demos. Like the text flashing between, that's absolutely fine. Obviously a different type of effect I guess, but most of this demo is pretty much completely messed up. Yeah, so there does seem to be some problems with using the software with this much faster CPU. Games themselves so far seem to be okay. I guess you'd have to find out if you played certain ones depending on how they were creating the effects. I know the demos, they go through all kinds of tricks to produce the visuals, but just a classic game like this is quite an old Amiga 500 game, by no means anywhere near the AGA era. So this shouldn't need much processing speed at all, really. So if anything was going to be affected by it, I would have thought this would. But it seems to run absolutely fine. So no problems there with a basic Amiga 500 game, low requirements. So no problems there with a bit of an animation, that will seem to run at the right speed. Yeah, that's all good. Right, here's a classic, which again will have a decent intro. Right, let's see how it plays. Yeah, it seems to play absolutely fine. Let's try what I would say is probably the best shooter of this kind, at least on the Amiga. Controversial maybe, but I think it is. Right, here we go. Yep, that seems to work exactly as it's supposed to. Again, I didn't play it very far, but just checking how these games might be affected by the PiStorm. Now this one's a 3D game, so I wonder if we'll get any issues. I'm not sure if my controller's got all those buttons, but I'll give it a go. Oh, that appears to have just killed it. Well, I seem to be able to move around. Oh. Wow. I'll say it works, but I might need to get a different controller. Right, now this is a bit of a controversial game. I remember buying this in-game the day it came out. There was actually quite a crowd in the shop. I might have been one of the few people buying the CD32 version, but I did buy this. Oh, we do seem to have some issues here. Oh, it doesn't like something on this. Yeah. There's no escape. What was the escape button? Oh well. Ah. We escaped. Right, let's try a bit of Pinball Illusions. Okay, I can't skip it. Ah, yes I can. Well, the background effect seems to be working absolutely fine anyway. Oh, let's try some Babe Watch. That seems to be working fine, scrolling as you would expect. I think I used to play Pinball Fantasies, not Illusions. Ah, blame that on the PiStorm. Well, the ball seemed to move around okay, and the speed isn't affecting that sort of game. Right, how about Zool? Maybe it'll speed it up even more. Wow. All seems to... It all looks okay anyway. Yeah, this seems absolutely fine. No distortions. Right, I seem to remember this was a pretty quick game anyway. Let's see how it runs with acceleration. We might have a problem here. I can't even reboot. Oh yeah, now I can. Yeah, it doesn't seem to like that. Right, what I should be able to do now is run Gloom Deluxe. I had Gloom back in the day on my 1200, and obviously it ran it in a little window. Didn't run it that great. We all kind of wished it was actually Doom. But at least now it should run better. Right, little window as we're probably used to seeing this. But now we have more hardware. We can actually have a full screen window. So now Gloom should run full screen a lot better. Now, I would have been perfectly happy with this back on my 1200, because I'm sure on a CRT this would probably look pretty good. I've got a boost, but it actually runs really well. Really well. I mean, we've got pixel width. What does that do? Oh, there we go. We can change the resolution of the width and the height. You might want to do that. You can turn off the floor or the ceiling. This is what you need to do back in the day if you didn't have the right accelerator. But yeah, if you had gloom back in the day and you liked it, this will probably be a lot more impressive. In fact, this will probably run better than it would on the Amiga 500 Mini, because this runs absolutely fine. It's a shame we couldn't have had this sort of performance back when the 1200 was current. Really? That's the exit? Quite small levels. Okay. Yeah, this is more of a test of the PiStorm. There's a lot going on screen, and yeah, I tell you what, the PiStorm, that runs lovely on a PiStorm. Apparently this is Gloom, the Zombie Edition. I didn't know there was one. I don't know if this is a modern thing, but let's try it out. So yeah, little window. Let's make it a big window. Seems to work okay. That sound effect seems to be taken straight from Doom. Whoa. We do seem to be getting graphics glitches. Yeah, this seems a little bit flaky. It works, you get the performance, but it seems to be the odd little graphics issue. Right, here's another one with the same sort of issue as Gloom. It was a bit too much, a bit too meaty for the Amiga 1200. But let's see if this will let us run in a full screen. Right, good news. I can go full screen. So let's see how it goes. Oh, I don't know what the forward button is though. It's got really bizarre default controls. Oh, is it mouse? Oh, there we go. Oh, that is slow. Oh, it's got mouse look. Would you believe it? Oh, so left button moves forward. Oh, it's not inverted. I've played too many flight sims to be able to play this not inverted. Yeah, this actually runs pretty well. I imagine with a bit of practice that would probably run quite well. Movies do quite well with this. That seems to work fine. We've got Heretic apparently. Never tried this. It seems to be working, but there is some distortion. Yeah, it does work though. But it loads and it performs. It's just got graphics issues. We could try Little Devil. I seem to remember having a demo of this that came with a CD32 magazine. Oh, straight into it then. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to outsmart him. Yeah, I think I'll give up on that one. It works fine, I just can't work it. Right, we've got TFX here. I always quite liked the flight sim. I can remember when this was being developed, it was a case of, is it ever going to come out? And I've got an option here for an 040 version. Now, if this is a proper flight sim, I might have trouble even taking off, but let's just see if it will load. Well, that didn't work. Can we do the FPU one? Oh, so it didn't like the 040 version, even though sysinfo thinks we've got an 040. Maybe it needs to be genuine. Maybe the emulation isn't actually suitable for the 040. I don't know if I ever actually played this. It's got a 3D engine developed by one person. Hopefully it's got a quick flight option. Ah, we've got an arcade option, that's good. That means I haven't got to try and work out how to play it. Hey, we're flying. Well, this seems to work okay. Shoot all enemy aircraft. Oh, there's one over there by that. Oh, there he is. Oh, dear. Do you know what? This game might need an actual flight stick. Yeah, we'll say TFX works, I just don't know how to work it. Right, after testing this PiStorm for a bit on just essentially a standard Amiga using it like an accelerator, it seems to work pretty well. I mean, the odd little incompatibility, some things are a bit too sped up. That state-of-the-art demo didn't run very well at all. Nine Fingers did, but it was a little bit too fast in areas. I think 242 runs okay. No, it's probably not really as many fancy effects than this. It's just like a lot of video using very little storage space. I remember when this first came out, it was a big deal. But it is essentially just really compressed video with some effects, I guess. I think these demos may end up being a little bit hit and miss as to what works and what doesn't work, because there's lots of weird and wonderful effects the way they make these demos, but I think most of them should probably work. Right, I've just been over to my computer to see if I transfer some files over. Easiest way for me to do that is with these. Compact flash and then a PCM CIA slot reader. Oh, that's popped up right there. I think this is supposed to be quite a good demo. Shouldn't be any issues with sound, but I'll keep the volume low just in case. Yep, okay, there's a problem with that demo, clearly. We'll see if we can run my all-time favourite demo. Amazing Tunes 2. There'll be a lot of samples in this, so I'll probably just have to mute it, to be honest. But that works fine, which is really good news. Right, one we could try on here, on the actual Amiga, is Duke Nukem. This might be a bit slower loading off my compact flash card rather than off the well, actually it's a built-in compact flash card, I suppose. It's probably not going to be no slower. There you go, Duke Nukem playing on Commodore Amiga 1200. It is a bit slow. Maybe loading off the PCM CIA is a bit slow. Oh, it's that push forward with the mouse rubbish. There we go. Well, it works. Oh, I have got to push it. Oh, there's got to be a different way to control this. Mouse button, forward. Well, but as we can see, it does work. If you've ever seen an LGR video, you've probably seen this section about 1 billion times, so I won't bore you with it again, but it does work. Right, this is I think this is more of a modern classic, this game. Yeah, if you've never played this, you should really look into it, because it is really good. This is something they should have put on the Mini, or if they ever do another Mini, like they did the Commodore 64 Black, maybe they'll do a Black Amiga. They should put this on it. But that works. Well, after testing now, what I would say is pretty much everything is okay with the PiStorm. There are some demos. It seems to be more demos than anything that you're going to get problems with. Just the way they produce their effects, I guess. But as you can see, the Jesus on E's demo plays absolutely fine. I played this all the way through to the end while I was cooking yesterday. Yeah, this plays fine. Most games seem to play fine. And you're getting a speed boost for games like Gloom, where you can now run full screen, which you never used to be able to. So all in all, it's a worthwhile upgrade. I think a lot of the glitches I'm getting, you may well get if you bought a faster accelerator for your Amiga anyway, because obviously you had the different chipsets. You had the ECS, AGA, so there were games, even back when these Amigas were current, that weren't compatible properly with each other. I remember when I got the Amiga 1200, there were certain games that basically I just couldn't play anymore. But I probably can now actually with WHD load. But yeah, I just thought I'd do this just to show how well the Amiga runs, how compatible things are once you've got a PiStorm in there. Right, there's one more thing I've done to this Amiga since I've had the PiStorm. A problem I used to get with my old card, which you can see right there, were because the RAM chips sort of they kind of worked, they bended their way up a little over time, so the trapdoor wouldn't go on. That's why I've got tape on the bottom of it, because I used to have tape kind of roughly holding it on, so nothing got in there. But the PiStorm with the 3B, you get a similar problem. So what I've had to do is buy a replacement trapdoor. So I've had to buy this. This is a 3D printed trapdoor for the Amiga, because these ports here, these ports actually stick out just enough for the trapdoor not to go on properly. So rather than put pressure on the card all the time, I thought I'd buy one of these. I mean, it does kind of show up how yellow my Amiga is. But at least it's kind of protecting the card a little bit. And yeah, I think my Amiga's not that yellow. Not yet. It's getting there though.